Greetings and salutations, YouTube land. Preval back, finally with an unboxing video. Today I have a recurring theme on my channel, a box of goodies from Highspots.com. As is usual, I am not quite sure what's in this one, so we'll find out together. Are you ready? Let's get ready for the unboxing! Chairman Chomp, thank you. So I think my Boxamania II Prize was supposed to be in this, but I'm not entirely sure. Highspots has switched to a new invoice site, highspotsauctions.com, and things have been a little bit screwy right now. There's a lot of changes, some good, some I'm not a big fan of, some we'll see how they go. So, I'm not quite sure if everything made it into this box. Nice big thing of packing material. First, we have a couple DVDs. Eddie Gilbert and ECW. I was actually a really big fan of Hot Stuff. I loved his run in Global. He was like the top heel when I started watching them. He had a lot of matches against the Patriot, who, as you know, I really like. So, I actually grew to be a big fan of his. Remember they did this great thing once where they brought like 7 fans in the ring and had them search him, and all of them found different weapons hidden on him, and then it turns out he has something else hidden that they missed, and he cheated and used it to win the match. So this is a 2-disc set. As you can see, there's a ton of matches on there. I never got to see his time in ECW. It was before I started watching. So I'm really excited to watch this and get caught up. I would love to one day get an autograph of Hot Stuff. I know he's dead now, rest in peace. But hopefully I can find one, because I actually really liked him. Up next, another wrestler I really liked, although the case is open. Hayabusa. The Phoenix Never Dies. This is a 3-disc collection. Of course, I don't think he ever wrestled in the States. I don't know. But it's all sorts of matches from Japan. Back in the 90s, he was my absolute favorite Japanese wrestler. I didn't do a lot of tape trading, but I always tried to get his stuff when I did. If you don't know, he was like an innovative high flyer, and unfortunately he paralyzed himself in a match attempting to do basically the lion salt, and he came off the ropes really bad, landed directly on his head, broke his neck, and paralyzed himself. I'm not sure if he's still alive. I don't know if he died from his injuries later or not. But it absolutely ruined his career. I only have a few of his matches on DVD, and most of them are from those absolutely horrendous FMW DVDs that came out a few years ago. If you never had the displeasure of having to sit through one of them, they took really good wrestling and they decided to make it more edgy. Which, we're talking Japanese death matches. How much more edgy does it have to be? They gave the guys inane nicknames. Like, one of the female wrestlers was nicknamed Mother-in-Law for no apparent reason. And, like, they had these 2 commentators who was horrible. One tried to say all this, like, super edgy stuff, but always just came out, like, being creepy and awkward, and it completely detracted from the wrestling, and it's a really shame because there's some really good death matches on those DVDs, but they're so hard to watch now just because the commentary is atrocious. Alright, now it's time to get into the autographs. Up first is one I've been wanting for a while. Papa Shango. I must admit this was a little more than I really wanted to pay for him, but I've been wanting a Papa Shango autograph for a while. So I went for it. I know the character isn't exactly the most politically correct, we'll say. But, I don't know, I absolutely loved it. I have really fond memories of it. Up next is one of my favorite wrestlers, and one I was really excited to pick up the DVD, the autograph of, Ricky Steamboat. This is from when I first started watching wrestling, when he was wearing the dragon costume, which is when I first got to know him and really fell in love with his style. I do wish he'd signed it the dragon, but, you know, you can't be too picky. It's the outfit I wanted. Maybe one day I'll get to meet him and I can just have him add the dragon to the signature. Up next, he's not amazing. He's just incredible. My wife just face-palmed off camera. ECW legend, long-reigning champion there. Did the spinning tombstone pile driver. Used to be Aldo Montoya wearing what could best be described as a jockstrap on his face. Changed into a hardcore icon. Absolutely loved him in ECW. He was such a badass. He never really did anything after. I think he did some WWE stuff, but it really didn't go anywhere. It's too bad. He really should have been bigger. Up next, one of my favorite tag teams of the 90s. The Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher. As you know, I'm a heavy metal fan, so I instantly fell in love with these guys. Unfortunately, they never seemed to catch on enough. They broke up and did some stupid stuff, but they were better as a tag team. Up next, a legendary tag team, and one that's actually pretty tough to get autographs of. Luke and Bush, the Bushwhackers. If you're an old school fan, you may recognize them as the Sheep Herders. They went from being like these bloodthirsty madmen to these arm-pumping, sardine-eating crazy guys. I believe they got inducted into the Hall of Fame a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Which is weird, because there's still some tag teams that haven't been that should be. But, you know, it's Vince's choice, and who he likes goes in. I'm really excited to get this. Like I said, they don't come to the US very often, and this really wasn't a bad price. Up next, we have my envelope. As you can see, I was number 34. Once again, I was like the third person out, so I didn't even have a shot at the big prize. The big prize this time was a $300 gift certificate to Highspots. There is another Boxamania coming up this upcoming Sunday. Boxes are $50, plus this time they're charging $10 shipping, which I'm not really a fan of. It used to be free. So it ups the gamble a bit more, but I bought a box. We'll see how it goes. They're available on Highspots auction. I'll put a link down below. So this was my prize. How do they fit this in here? Oh. There's apparently something else in here that they didn't show on camera, so that's a nice little bonus. My prize is an autographed photo of Bret Hitman Hart. If you've been watching, you know he's my all-time favorite wrestler. I do already have one photo of him, but this is one with the belt, and I absolutely love it. It's the COA on the back. I was really happy to get this, like I said, even though I have one. You know, I can never have enough Hitman stuff. And I got, they included a Lego pin of the Hitman as well from Pro Wrestling Loot. So it comes out to just about $50, which is what I paid, so I really can't complain. I got my value there. All Bret Hart stuff, so that's definitely a plus. Only downside is I need more room in my collection now. One day I hope to get a pair of the glasses signed. There have been some available, but unfortunately The pink ones sold out before I could get them, and I'm not getting the stupid silver ones. Brett always wore pink. So that's this week's pickups. Like I said, Boxamania 3 is coming up if you want to get into it. They have the Steiner Brothers coming up this Thursday. I'll flash the date below. On the, blanking on the name. The virtual gimmick table. Sorry, it's been a long week today. I don't know if the Owner's Kitchen table's happening Saturday or not. Check their Facebook page and their Twitter and whatnot. I'm sure they'll post. Also, they have a new thing starting on Wednesday. I think it's at noon Eastern, so I'm not going to get to see it. It's I Love Lucy's. It's a bunch of loose figure autographs. I don't really collect loose figures or figures in general just because space and action figure collecting is just more of a headache than I care to deal with. But if you're into them, check it out. I'm sure they're going to have some really good deals. So if you enjoyed this, shoot me the thumbs up. Anything to say if you got a better prize than I did, or if you're unhappy with yours, any questions, hit me up in the comments section. Ding that stupid bell if you want to be annoyed every time I post a video. If you haven't yet, and let's face it, you really should, hit the subscribe button so you'll be notified when all my videos go live. And as always, be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes.